Hello learners, let's learn about this acronym TRIPS. It's very important, related to intellectual property rights. So it is called the trade related aspects of intellectual property rights. They have assumed a great importance in today's world. The genesis or the origin of the agreement took place on 1st January 1995, and it is considered to be the most comprehensive multilateral agreement on intellectual property. It takes care of all the aspects, and it is an international legal agreement between all the member nations of the World Trade Organization. The World Trade Organization itself came into existence after the GATT agreement and TRIPS. So currently it has 164 members. It establishes the minimum standards for regulation by national governments for the different types of intellectual property, and it is applied to all the member nations. So India also is a member of the WTO, and under the WTO, the export competitiveness of India has improved a lot. And then pertaining to the copyrights, it covers the copyrights of the authors, performers, sound recording producers, and broadcasting organizations. And various areas covered. Copyright we've already seen. Next comes the trademarks, which also include service marks. Third is the geographical indications, including the appellations of origin. So depending on the place from where the product comes or is produced, shows the geographical indication. Then there are industrial designs which are also protected, and there are patents. So they also include protection of new variety of plants that people research on and find out, and the layout designs of integrated circuits, and lastly the undisclosed information, including the trade secrets and the test data. Now there are three main features of TRIPS: standards, enforcement, and dispute settlement. So as I told you, it sets the minimum standards which every member nation has to follow, relating to protection of subject matter, the rights to be conferred, permissible exceptions to the rights, and minimum duration, time, for how much time they'll be protected. Next comes the enforcement, which is again very important. The general principles which are applicable to all the IPR enforcement procedures, they are mentioned there, and then civil administrative procedures and remedies are given, provisional measures are given, then there are special requirements which are related to border measures and criminal procedures also. So everything is mentioned so that the right holders know about it and they can effectively enforce their rights if something goes wrong. Lastly, the dispute settlement. So naturally then the agreement makes the disputes between the members and all to respect the TRIPS obligations subject to the dispute settlement procedures. So the procedures are set out, everybody has to respect and follow them. Then comes the compliance by WIPO, which gives the main conventions. Then the Paris Convention is very important for the protection of industrial property. The Berne Convention, protection of literary and artistic works. And then Article 2.1 and 9.1 of the TRIPS agreement, which relate respectively to Paris Convention and to Berne Convention. So they are mentioned in the Act. The TRIPS agreement is also referred as a Berne and Paris Plus agreement. Now, if you see Article 9.2, it confirms that copyright protection shall extend to expressions and not to ideas, procedures, methods of operation, or mathematical concepts as such. So 9.2. Then Article 10.1 provides that computer programs, whether in source or object code, shall be protected as literary works under the Berne Convention of 1971. So, computer programs must be protected under the Copyright Act only. And provisions of the Berne Convention that apply to literary works shall be applied to computer programs as well. Next comes Article 10.2. It clarifies that databases and other compilations of data or other material shall be protected as such under copyright, even where databases include data that as such are not protected under the copyright. So databases are eligible for copyright protection provided that they, by reason of selection or arrangement of their contents, constitute intellectual creations. It should be proved that they are intellectual creations, then they are able to be, provided protection under Copyright Act. Then Article 11 deals with authors in respect of at least computer programs and in certain circumstances of cinematographic works, and the right to authorize or to prohibit the commercial rental to the public of originals or copies of their copyright works. So whether to authorize or to prohibit, all clauses are mentioned there. So that's about the TRIPS. Thank you.